You know, there have been so many controversies on Twitch this past year, and it really does feel like that platform is just kind of imploding in on itself. But I feel like this is truly the worst of the worst that they've done, or I guess I should say that they haven't done. So there's a Twitch streamer called Emiru. She was doing a meet and greet at TwitchCon, and somehow Twitch security was so lax that they just allowed some random guy to walk up to her and assault her.
Whoa. That's crazy. Holy shit, what the fuck was that?
So what we just saw there was Twitch security sucks so hard that they just allowed that guy to like bend under the railing, cut in front of obvious lines to meet Twitch streamers. He cut in front of another Twitch person's stream and just walked right up to Emiru. There were so many degrees of separation from the point of where the contact happened that security should have already kicked that guy out of there. So Emiru responded. We'll read through her tweets. Hello everyone, I'm okay, and thank you for all the kind messages. Sorry, I cannot respond to them all. Yesterday, the man who assaulted me was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon and even in front of another creator's meet and greet to grab me and my face and try to kiss me. Fortunately, he wasn't able to, but a lot of people have pointed out it could have been a lot worse. I'm obviously shaken up by what happened, and it's not the first time I've dealt with something like this. But to tell you honestly, I am a lot more hurt and upset by how Twitch handled it during and after the fact. Like I said, I don't understand how he was allowed to make it to me in the first place. The security in the clip who reacts is my own security. It's true my favorite and usual security guard was banned for holding a stalker's arm to bring him to the police at a past TwitchCon. So, just to be clear, Twitch's security at no point stopped that guy from assaulting Emiru. It was Emiru's own security guard that was the one that ended up intervening. And then Emiru also revealed there that her usual security guard was banned from TwitchCon because that security guard held a stalker in order to wait for the authorities to arrive at a past TwitchCon event. So you know how I was mentioning earlier that guy was just allowed to leave the premises? That seems to just be like the modus operandi of Twitch, of that the security guards are not allowed to hold on to people, even if they commit crimes, even if they assault Twitch streamers. The security guards aren't allowed to hold on to people until authorities arrive? Like, what is happening? How is any of this possible? However, there were at least 3 or 4 other TwitchCon security staff in the area who did not react and let the guy walk away, as you can see in the clip, since they don't even appear in the frame. The woman who is walking me away is my own personal manager, and behind the booth, the only 2 people who were checking on me and comforting me were her and my friend. None of the TwitchCon staff came to ask what happened or if I was okay. And then, yeah, you can see from other people's Twitch streams, the guy, he's like in the back there with like the checkered shirt. He was just able to walk out of the event. Like, he could have gone and done this to another streamer because TwitchCon didn't stop him or detain him. Like, we're not talking about Agent 47 here that manages to get through the most intense and qualified security personnel. Some weirdo loser freak is just able to walk through Twitch security. My friend who was present told me Twitch security were also behind the booth afterwards, joking about how they didn't even see what happened and immediately laughing and moving on to talk about something else. So if no one was checking if I was okay or if I needed anything and they let the guy run away initially, I have no idea what anyone hired to keep the event safe was doing. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. If they're not allowed to stop and detain people, then yeah, what what are they doing? In Twitch's statement, they said that the guy was immediately caught and detained. I'm sorry, but that is a blatant lie. He was allowed to walk away from my meet and greet, and I didn't hear he was caught until hours after he attacked me, and it felt like this only happened because of my manager pressing for it, not because TwitchCon staff present thought it was a big deal. So yeah, let me pull up Twitch's statement actually. The safety and security of all those attending TwitchCon is our highest priority. Clearly it's not. The behavior displayed by the individual involved in the incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer was completely unacceptable and deeply upsetting. not to your staff. In line with existing TwitchCon security protocols, law enforcement and event security were on site and responded to the incident. Yeah, I mean, Emiru is right. There is video evidence that that's just clearly not true. We immediately blocked this individual from returning to the TwitchCon premises, and they are banned indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in-person events. We are coordinating with the impacted creators team and, per our standard protocols, continue to operate with any law enforcement investigation. We have increased security at the meet and greet attendee check-in point and will have additional security personnel surrounding participating streamers. If you've RSVP'd for a meet and greet, please note that we are unable to accommodate +1s for the remainder of the event. Twitch has zero tolerance for harassment or acts that inhibit the safety and security of our community. So, only because they got backlash, now they're deciding to actually implement some kind of safety protocol for the Twitch streamers during their meet and greets. Because as we can see, just based off of the video evidence, they clearly just weren't doing anything. Anyways, to finish Emiru's tweet, thank you guys again. Sorry you all had to see that. This is definitely my last TwitchCon, and it saddens me to say as a 10-year off and on attendee of TwitchCon. I think other creators should seriously consider not attending in the future. I did not feel cared for or protected, even bringing my own security and staff. I cannot imagine how creators without those options would feel. Stay safe, y'all. Everything is going to be okay. So it doesn't end there, because Emiru also made a video response on her Twitch stream. So let's play some of those clips.
I don't think that Twitch would have put out an official statement if that clip wasn't posted and going viral. And even after the fact that that clip was posted and going viral, as far as I know, the other people who had meet and greets today were not reached out to ask if they wanted extra security or if they even wanted to cancel their meet and greet. Like, maybe some people were, but I know for a fact Extra Emily wasn't. My personal manager made sure that she had extra security. No one reached out to her. Don't know about everyone, but I know that for a fact.
I mean, I just remain baffled by the incompetence of Twitch. Because even from a PR standpoint, even if you don't care about the individuals involved and you're just a greedy, money-hungry corporation, when something like this happens, you would think that they would go out of their way to offer every other person with a meet and greet more security just so that nothing like this gets out and happens again. Because this is terrible PR for Twitch. So I don't even know it's because they're assholes. I feel like they're literally just dumb and incompetent. I can't really rationalize it in my head.
And my manager comes back to me and she's upset. She's like, okay, I've been talking to Twitch people and I'm really upset because I noticed a lot of negligence around the event and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days. What?
Valid crash out, as the kids say. I think they say that. Do they say that still? Either way, what? Their first response to this is to not even give them an indefinite ban on Twitch, which is insane because, yeah, that should go without saying. But nobody cares about you banning somebody on, like, the Twitch website. Nobody cares if this guy is able to, like, comment on people's streams anymore. What they care about is you banning them from the TwitchCon event indefinitely and also capturing and detaining him and wait for the authorities to arrive so that they can handle it. Because he committed a crime. But what we learn here from Emiru is that it takes her management team and public backlash for Twitch to ever do anything regarding security at their events.
And then she's obviously like, hello? Like, that needs to be indefinite. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything. No one gives a fuck if he's banned on Twitch or not. Like, we're talking about the convention here. So they change it to indefinite. Takes an hour for that to happen, by the way. These two people are the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
it's not just goofy goobers that are running Twitch, and maybe Amazon just isn't as involved in all of this. These are also people that are straight from Amazon that are incompetent and are unable to handle this situation properly.
My Twitch didn't approach my manager to talk to their head of security. It took them 2 hours to approach her to talk about what happened. And by then she had already talked to police and called a lawyer on her own. My manager, Melissa.
It's just, it only gets worse. If you are Twitch and you're running TwitchCon and one of your major streamers is assaulted, you should have people that are immediately contacting her and her team and apologizing and telling them how you're going to handle it.
And they showed her a photo of the guy that I believe a fan took, by the way. A fan took a photo of him, not one of their security guards. They're like, oh yeah, here's his photo. We're like gonna find him. He still had his badge and his wristband and everything.
Again, it goes back to the fact that this guy should have been tackled immediately. The fact that they're even trying to like reassure Emiru and her team of like, don't worry, we're gonna find him, is a testament to how shitty their security is, because you shouldn't have to be searching for the guy anyway.
So they also showed my manager some security footage of the area. And the guy was he was waiting for there to be a gap in security, and there was. He was able to walk through the side, not through like the 2 lanes of meet and greet people who had signed up and been like background checked for my meet and greet.
Again, we're not talking about Agent 47 needing to do some elaborate shenanigans in order to get through Twitch security. There was just a period of time where he was able to just walk through and nobody was there.
I have also seen people asking if I'm like taking any type of legal action. I am pressing charges against the guy with the police. As for anything else, I don't know yet because I've been having my manager handle all of those like side conversations. So I have no idea, but I don't. It's just not okay.
I mean, look, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know necessarily if she would have a case. But I can't imagine how she would not when you, A, are not handling your security properly, when you're, B, lying about the situation publicly, saying that you had security on site handling things when there's video evidence proving that you didn't. Maybe there's something in like their contract that states that, oh, we're actually not responsible if somebody assaults our Twitch streamers. Maybe that's true and maybe they wouldn't have a case, but definitely something to look into, especially since you're a millionaire Twitch streamer. But I will say, pretty baller of Emiru to be calling out Twitch on their platform in a conference room within TwitchCon. Because after this, she still had to do another TwitchCon show. So anyways, Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, did address this situation in an interview. Do you think that he did a good job addressing it? Let me know what you think in the comments down below.
What are you guys doing to prioritize safety? Because I know also a bunch of Twitch content creators said that they were too scared to even come to TwitchCon this year, just in case something like what happened yesterday would happen.
Yeah, so the safety of our creators is the top priority. The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch. It extends throughout our society. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can, make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there.
What is bro yapping about? They're asking you a specific question about the safety of your event. Why are you talking about society, and why are you rambling about how people are able to ban people off of their Twitch chats? Like, this has nothing to do with anything. They're just trying to like obfuscate to other things.
But when I live stream, they basically don't bother me. Now, what happened yesterday obviously was something that we care deeply about, securing this environment. We're looking very closely at everything that happened there, and I care deeply about Emmy. She's a friend of mine, and so I want to see how we can support her to do that. But this is just something we have to keep working on. I think everyone identifies our tools in terms of trust and safety as the leaders in the industry about helping creators, but that means there's always more work to be done because that's the world we live in now.
It's just a bizarre non-answer. He's like, we have the best tools in the industry for live streaming. That has nothing to do with anything, bro. I really care about Emiru and whatnot, but we actually have really good security. I mean, there's always some stuff that we can improve on, but I totally care about Emiru, and I'm very serious about improving our security situation. It's just like, the only response to this that would have been appropriate was, hey, we really dropped the ball on security. From now on, we are going to make sure that our security is present next to the Twitch streamers and have the authority to stop people, and we are going to make sure that people are not able to cut lines and run up to Twitch streamers. That's it. I don't know why you're rambling about that other nonsense. He then decided to make a tweet about it. First, I want to be upfront and take accountability for the security incident that occurred during Emiru's meet and greet. It shouldn't have happened, and we take that very seriously. We failed, both in allowing it to occur and in our response following. We mismanaged our communications about the incident, and that includes the comments I made. I apologize to Emiru for all that took place. So that's fine, I guess, but just to be crystal clear, you, taking accountability only after so much public outcry, you not doing it immediately when you're interviewed about it, makes it ring hollow. So the rest of the tweet, I don't even really feel like reading out. You can pause and read it if you want. But it doesn't lay out a clear plan for how he's going to stop this in the future. He keeps on saying that, he keeps on going now I can't disclose what we're going to do because of safety and privacy concerns. What are you talking about? You can just clearly state that at all of our meet and greets, we are going to have security guards present, and they are going to be ready to intercept somebody just randomly walking up to a Twitch streamer. And you can clearly state that anytime a situation like this happens, security will be ready to detain the guy and wait for the authorities to show up. You can clearly state all of this. What privacy concerns could there possibly be that is keeping you from clearly stating that? So anyways, I think Twitch is cooked. I think TwitchCon is cooked because I don't understand why any of the big streamers would ever want to go to TwitchCon after this. There's literally no point. I mean, quite frankly, that platform seems awful. I have no interest in being on it. But let me know what you think about this whole situation. Also, be sure to like the video, subscribe. Goodbye.